Can a U.S. citizen own a business in the Philippines? Well, I'm a U.S. citizen and I own a business in the Philippines. Let's talk about that. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about a few things. I'm going to give you some perspective from my business. We're going to be talking about why the Philippines specifically, and then I'm going to dive into a lot of commonly asked questions about how I hire people in the Philippines. So let me give you some perspective. I am a U.S. citizen and I reside in the United States, but I currently employ 23 full-time people in the Philippines. So where is my business physically? I mean, the majority of my team are in the Philippines, but legally I'm registered in the United States. I reside in Utah and my business is filed in Utah. So, and that might not be the answer to the question you're searching for, but if you think about it, hey, can I open a business in the Philippines? I'm a US citizen, but just ask yourself the question, could you register it in the United States and still operate it in the Philippines? I first learned about outsourcing from the book, The 4-Hour Workweek. I think it's been for like 20 years ago, but it really opened my eyes to a lot of things. I loved learning about entrepreneurship and he talked about outsourcing. I didn't hire anyone yet. It was still kind of a foreign concept to me, pun intended. But then a couple years later, I learned about specifically the Philippines and how easy it was to hire people. I found the website virtualassistanttool.com, and when I learned that there are people there with profiles wanting to work for Americans, I went there and I hired somebody for roughly $400 a month. Now that was 14 years ago, and get this, I still have somebody on my team that I hired 13 and a half years ago. I've got other people on my team that have been with me over a decade. So why was I pointed specifically at the Philippines, and why do I love Filipinos so much? Well, one, their communication is amazing. I mean, English is taught in all the schools. All their signage is in English, but there's a lot of countries that also have English as a second language. Filipino English is very Americanized. When you communicate with somebody in the Philippines, there's an understanding. We're talking about the same thing. There's not things lost in translation. The culture in the Philippines is very respectful. They're very honorable. They're very kind. They really want to please their employer. Now, I filmed in another episode a list of all the benefits of why the Philippines, but the last one I want to cover here is the economics. When I hire somebody in the USA, I have to pay them this much, and in the Philippines, I pay them this much. It's not because I'm being greedy, or it's not because I'm taking advantage of them. I'm actually paying them what they asked for, or even more. And I'm giving them a better lifestyle. They work less hours than they would if they had a local job. They get to work from the comfort of their home. They don't have to commute, and that's why they stay working with me for so long. So let's talk about the legal requirements to hire somebody in the Philippines. Now this is kind of be shocking to you. There are 0 legal requirements. The USA and the Philippines, we have good relations. The treaties between our countries allow us to hire people in the Philippines, and in the USA, when we file our taxes, we don't have to do anything in the way of calling them an employee or paying taxes for them or withholding taxes. We just pay them as an independent contractor, and on our end, it's written off as an expense. And for Filipinos, the tax laws really favor them working for outsiders because it's such a boost to the Philippine economy. Earlier, when I talked about the level of respect that the Filipino culture has, that's actually something that I had to get used to because they're way more respectful than Americans. They definitely call me sir all the time, even to this day. They have a reverence and an honor for their elders and for seniors and for their boss. Now, getting used to people being respectful, that's not actually a challenge. That's actually pretty nice. But what are some challenges of working with people that reside in the Philippines? Now, internet outages actually have become less common. But since I've been hiring people there for 14 years, I do want to mention that sometimes internet outages are a thing, or power outages are a thing. Now, typhoons are never going to go away, and in the middle of a typhoon, I don't expect my team to work. So now I want to take you through a process of how I find, how I hire, how I train people in the Philippines when I'm here in the USA. So let's talk about finding first. Okay, Hero Keyword Tool, that is a game changer. I've been using this website for 14 years. The people that I hired 10 and 14 years ago that still work for me today, that's the same website that I found them. The tool is great, and you can play around on this for free. You don't have to pay for anything unless you actually want their contact information. So dive in and see what this tool shows you. You can type in things like video editor, or even as specific as Adobe Premiere if you want to find an editor that works specifically in that software. So that's my preferred way of finding people people is just narrowing down the search. There are hundreds of thousands of resumes there or profiles that you can narrow down. And so that's typically where I start. If it's a really niche job position that I'm looking to fill and there aren't a lot of profiles that have geared their profile towards that, then I'll do a job posting. Okay, so you can post a job or just search for profiles. Now, I take applications in a very unique way. I actually don't like resumes. I don't want to review a resume because I don't care the name of their school or their different certifications. What I really care about is their portfolio, like their work experience and their portfolio, but I ask them to submit a video application. Now, I love doing this. I didn't do this in the beginning, but as soon as I did, it made the application process and the hiring process way easier for me. So let's say I narrow down my search results and I've got 30 people that I want to reach out to. I'll send them a message right through the software so it goes directly to their email inbox, and I'll have a link to a selfie video that I recorded. So I'll just record a video, I'll talk to my phone and I'll say, hey, I'm Nate, this is what my company does, this is who I am, this is what I'm looking for, and I would like you to make a selfie video to apply to me. So go ahead and tell me who you are. Tell me about your background, why you think you'd be a good fit for this position, and give me some links to your portfolio. I'd love to take a look. So the video application is a game changer because I get to see their personality. It's actually a barrier for them. Some people don't want to do it. It's out of their comfort zone, and it filters those people out. So the people that are willing to send me a video application, it's a great help because I get to see their personality. I get to see their work environment. Often they show me their desk and their computer and if they have a quiet space to work. And I get to see their communication skills. I also get to see, do they follow instructions? Because I ask them, this is how I want you to apply. So if they reply back and they just send me a resume when I told them I don't like resumes, or they send me a video when I did tell them, hey, send me a video, I know if they're good at following instructions. So from there, I narrow it down. So if I contacted 30 people and let's say 6 people send me a video application, okay, I can review those, and let's say I narrowed it down to 3 people. I'll let these 3 people know that I want to proceed and hire them for a trial assignment. Using the example of a video editor, I'll give each of them a video editing assignment, and I tell them, I will pay you for this trial assignment. If the trial assignment goes well, we'll probably assign you another project, and if that project goes well, we'll probably hire you for a trial week. If that week goes well, then we're going to hire you full time. So again, I pay them for all of their trial time. I tell them to keep track of their hours, but I love doing this because if I hire 3 people and I give them each a trial assignment, some people are going to do great and some people are going to take a much longer time, or they're going to slack off, or they're going to disappear, and I don't have wasted effort in hiring and have to start over again because I hired 3 people for that trial assignment. Now, I love using systems and I love leveraging other team members to help me with the training. So if I've created a system, I can hire them for that trial assignment and plug them right into that system, and I don't have to spend a whole lot of time training. Maybe I've got a video recording, or I can show them the system that we use, how we got from point A to point Z, and then they can just follow those same steps. So a trial assignment really allows me to quickly gauge, okay, can they just follow this system? Now, if you're hiring somebody for the first time, then you're going to have to really train them on your systems, but over time, as they get really good at it, and then you hire a second person for that position, the first person you hired can help train. So I have 2 pieces of advice. One is for people considering hiring somebody in the Philippines for the first time, and then the second is for a Filipino that wants to work for an American boss. So if you've never hired anyone before, then the thought of hiring somebody on the other side of the globe is kind of daunting or a little bit intimidating. But I encourage you, you've got to try this. Create a system in your business first, and then hire somebody full time to run that system. It's only going to cost you $400 or $500 a month. It's going to be a blessing to them. It's going to be a game changer for your business. My life would not be the same had I not learned how to do this 14 years ago. So my advice is, don't wait to do it. Don't think that that time is later down the road. You can afford $400 or $500 a month today. Now, if you're a Filipino that wants to work for an American boss, my advice to you, even if they don't request it, is to send them a video application. Think about this. If they ask for resumes and everyone submits a resume, how's your resume going to stand out? You need to follow their instructions. So if they do ask for a resume, send them yours. But if you send them a video application as well, you're definitely going to stand out. They're going to see your personality. And if it were me, that's going to lead me to want to hire you versus other people that didn't take that step. I've also got a resource that I want to share with you if, again, you're a Filipino wanting to work for an American boss. If you go to va.school, I've created a course that will guide you through a lot of different recommendations on your profile and how to apply and how to secure a job that I really feel will be a dream job for you, a job that'll be a lot longer lasting, that you'll want to stay in for many years. So go check that out. Go to vaschool.com, VA standing for virtual assistant. So vaschool.com.